Hey guys, The Brink here, and today I'm bringing you a little bit of Legend of Dungeon, and this is the closed beta access. And by the way, the Kickstarter is still going on, so if you want to help kickstart this project, well, you still can, and it is looking better by the day, practically. Updates are coming out really rapidly, and overall, it's really good to see this kind of developer support for the game. Anyway, so I've just got a couple complaints, not really complaints even, just more constructive criticism to give on the game in its current state. First of all, as we pick up a potion, right off the bat, you're gonna see that potions, you don't know what they are right now, and that's fine. I understand that. I actually like that they're random. So I'm gonna drink this potion, and it's gonna put me to sleep. And actually, what I'd like here is I think it'd be really cool if there was like a button mashing mechanic where you button mash, you know, to like wake up. Like I'm mashing the spacebar right now, and it's not really doing anything because there is nothing to implement that. But I think it'd be really cool if there was something like that. Anyway, but my point on the whole part about the there we go. My point on the whole part about the potions thing was that even if I did pick up another pink potion, it's gonna do the same thing. But I have no idea. Like I didn't identify it, so maybe I forget that I already had taken that potion. And yeah, it makes sense that I would have to do the same thing again to myself. But I would actually like it better if you identified potions as you went through the game in that current playthrough. Like, after you finish the playthrough, it's going to randomize again, so the pink potion may not be a pink potion again, and, you know, you're going to unidentify them. But I think it'd be really, really cool if that you could identify the potions as you went along, so you wouldn't end up making the same stupid mistakes you've already made. Anyway, moving on, you now see that I have a hat on, and it is beautiful, and it is glorious, and it has antlers, and as a Team Fortress 2 player, I can really appreciate a hat. Now, not what I can't appreciate, but what I would also like to see from it is maybe you could put stats on the hats. I mean, Team Fortress 2 doesn't do that, but I think it'd be really, really awesome if you could put stats on the hats, because as is, it's like, I can wear a hat. Amazing. Super awesome. Yeah. And there's really not too much more to it. I'd love to see, you know, maybe, yes, there'd be a reason to wear hats. Anyway, so I'm just traversing along in this dungeon, and I kind of got lost a little there, but it's all good now. But what I would like to see is, because when you get lost, you walk really slow. Basically, that's my point. You walk really, really slow. And if you could walk faster, or if there was like a run mechanic and maybe a stamina bar, that'd be really awesome. I would definitely love to see that in the game. Even if you could only sprint for a very short amount of time. It would make getting around dungeons a lot more enjoyable and easy, because as is, when you get lost in the game, it's very, very annoying to have to backtrack the entire way, just because it's such a long trip from one side of the dungeon to another. Now, it's about time I get to the main point of the video, and I suppose this is a revelation that practically everyone has had by now. But I'm going to share it with you anyway, just in case you haven't. This game would run beautifully, or this game would control beautifully with hotkeys. Now, the kind of hotkeys I'm talking about are the kind of hotkeys with Diablo 3, or if you play the indie version of that game, sort of, Torchlight 2. Hotkeys to control skills, or even like, I could switch from my sword to my lantern by pressing 1 or 2. That would be amazing! You could have a bar in the lower center of the screen, and you could see what hotkey would bring up what thing, it would be so much easier to control this game like that. Now, maybe this is not how you wanted to do it. Maybe this is, you know, developers, if you're watching this, maybe you don't want to have the game controlled like this, and that's fine. But I'm just bringing up a suggestion, and I think this would run amazingly like that. Anyway, on the control topic, also, if you go to here, or if you go to controller setup, and I'm pretty sure pretty much everyone has figured this out, setting up the controls is kind of a pain in the ass, because, you know, I've got my setup. Press space, jump is up, next is O or right, previous is back, drop items down, and then WASD. But, say I made a mistake during that time. I can't go back, or maybe I can, maybe I'm just missing something, but I can't go back, and I can't reset it. I have to go through the entire thing, and then I have to try again. And I just think it could be a lot easier. It's just a little bit of a pain in the ass, and that's just a little bit a minor complaint, so, you know, it's nothing major there. Anyway, next topic is one that I can't really address and show you an example of, but my fellow Legend of Dungeon players will understand this. It is really hard to aim with a gun. And maybe this is completely intentional, because guns have range, and they'd be overpowered if you could aim with them, and right now I forgot where, if there was a entrance on the other side of the dungeon, so I had to walk back over, and that's where the sprint would help. Anyway, about the guns and the aiming, maybe it's a good thing that they're hard to aim, but I cannot hit a thing with them. And I find it a little bit unnecessary that they're this hard to aim. Maybe if there was a little... I think someone already suggested this in the comments on the Kickstarter page. If there was just a tad of auto-aiming, that would be fantastic. Now, I picked up the heavy kitty hat of protection, and that's cool. Once again, I wish they had stats, because, well, you know, it would make it a little bit more meaningful if I picked up that hat. Especially in an RPG. A roguelike RPG. I'm not sure if this is an RPG, I think it is. Anyway, I feel stupid now. But, basically what I'm saying is that the reason it works for games like Team Fortress 2 as cosmetics is because, well, weapons are weapons, and cosmetics are cosmetics. But in RPGs or roguelikes, gear, it's always going to be gear. It should always give you stats. Maybe not should always give you stats, but I've never actually played a roguelike with cosmetics. And, you know, it's unique. This game is unique like that, but it's maybe something you don't want to be unique on. That's just my opinion on it. If you have your own, that's fine. Let me grab out this cursed old sword. I love the names, by the way. I love the fact that you named everything. It's just random names. And that just makes the game so much more enjoyable, because you can read out. And I am probably going to put a little bit of multiplayer in this game, because I haven't played this game multiplayer. And just looking at, you know, the different ways. Oh god. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, comparing names, comparing funny shit like that. I don't know. This game multiplayer will just be fantastic, and I'm gonna be playing it on the same keyboard, which is gonna make things kind of complicated. And so, please, like, multiplayer would be or online multiplayer would be the best thing. And I understand that you want to get to 40,000, which is why I'm making this video, and which is why I'm trying to get people to back this project, because it is a fantastic idea. It's got fantastic art, and I love pretty much everything about this game. And online multiplayer would just make it better. Let me kill this mummy. And let's see. I do believe that's pretty much everything I was gonna say with this video. Oh, one more thing is the sword stat in the bottom left-hand corner. People who I'm posting this on the wiki to, anyone watching this, I would really appreciate it if you put the comments down below, or if you'd actually, on the wiki, what am I talking about, on the Reddit page, if you would comment on the Reddit page or in this video, what is up with the sword stat. I'm not exactly sure what that symbolizes, but if you could clarify that for me, that'd be great, and if it's confusing for you, then you could put that too. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and hope you enjoyed the video. Please do give a like or a comment or something to show that you liked it or didn't like it and why. Anyway, peace. Keep gaming.